Recording in progress.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you, as applicable to your time zone. Hearty welcome to the chief guests, world leaders, peacemakers, dignitaries, and special participants on this wonderful evening for an immaculate session on United Nations Sustainability Development Goal number 7, that is, affordable and clean energy. Goal 7 of the SDGs aim to correct this enormous imbalance by ensuring everyone has access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services by the year 2030. To expand energy access, it is crucial to enhance energy efficiency and to invest in renewable energy. I now invite Dr. Rajarao Pagidapalli, Chairman of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, Global Peace Leader and a humanitarian, to shed light on World Peace Summit 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajarao sir. And now I would like to invite Dr. Vijay Caroline, Managing Director of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, Chairman of Life Foundation, Global Peace Leader, a humanitarian and change maker, to set contents of the day. Madam Caroline.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the dignitaries who gathered here to take the platform in a great heights. Thank you very much. I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart and welcome the chief guest, keynote speakers, and panel discussion speakers to the Zoom platform to discuss the World Peace Summit regarding world peace and sustainable development goal 7. Thank you very much. I'm Dr. Vijay Caroline, Managing Director of Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. I would like to say a few lines about the organization. Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. It has been established under Government of India, Section 8 of the Companies Act 2013, to be the symbol of the unity and peace for all nations and dedicated to ending poverty by improving and empowering the lives of vulnerable population around the world and spreading the culture of peace, harmony, and tolerance. So we have the great vision to serve humanity and end violence in building a peaceful world without poverty and to strive for building peaceful local, national, and international communities. And we would like to empower mainly the vulnerable. We want to take them to the empowerment side. Our mission is to strive for humanitarian services, baseline social protections through education, awareness, and action in order to build peaceful relationships among people of all cultures and nations. Our objectives are, we mainly focus on research and education, creating awareness programs for the population, and abolish unemployment. We want to take up certain training programs. Already we are implementing because of the COVID. It was just a halt, but very soon we are going to make a physical training programs for the youth, especially to develop unemployment unemployability skills. So to abolish unemployment, and we mainly focus on women and children. So we would like to place girl children, boy children, and women at the center, as they are going to support nation and help to build the nation in a great way. And also we focus on health services. We want to conduct medical camps. Already we conducted 1 or 2 medical camps, and we main focus also on the health services, as health is very important, which help the nation to have to move towards the flourishment. And also we concentrate on cultural exchange. We conduct cultural exchange programs at national, international platforms. So these are our objectives. And under Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council, we have 2 organizations that is called sister organizations. One is Telangana Kala Parishad, the other one is the Life Foundation. Telangana Kala Parishad is led by Dr. Rajarao Pagadipalli. The main the organization of Telangana Kala Parishad concentrates on the cultural exchange and also support farmers and vulnerable population, that is the weaker sections, especially daily laborers. Dr. Rajarao Pagadipalli conducted many campaigns in support of the daily laborers and support of weaker sections. And as our country is agriculture country, so as it is a backbone, so Sir has taken up many Save Farmer campaign. And the Life Foundation mainly focuses on the underprivileged population. So we move to the slums, and also we move to the areas where the servant maids reside, and also daily laborers. We see that they will be empowered. We focus mainly on education and women self-sustainable development. That is, we want to have women to be self-made, self-sufficient. So we have started training, tailoring training centers, and very soon we are going to establish that program. We are planning the design that we want to empower women. Certain training programs like beautician courses and tailoring courses, designing, fashion designing. In this way, we want to empower women. So the Life Foundation is making small steps, moving in a broader way, that to empower especially vulnerable women. So in this way, the Life Foundations imparts education for the children of underprivileged. So we have set up 2 study centers in slum as a pilot project, and it was very successful. The students who used to roam on the road, now they are in the study centers, they're getting education. And there 6 students of the slum joined Telangana residential education institutions, and they are imparting their education, and they're in a great heights now. They're very happy with the good knowledge and wisdom. So in this way, and also I would like to cite one of the students from the slum joined engineering college, and she's doing a engineering course. So we, the Life Foundation, move into the slums, empowering girl children, empowering women, and also boy children to have good education so that they can become good citizens, future citizens of nation. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you for setting the context and to make everyone aware of whatever the council has done. It's now our time to call our chief guest, Dr. Deepak Vaikar, Managing Partner, Edu Energy Consultants LLP, Chair IEEE Education Society Singapore Chapter. He has also co-authored book chapters, research articles, and policy papers on power, energy, management, and education-related topics. He has served on various committees in professional bodies such as Chairman of IEEE, Power Engineering Chapter, Singapore, and Vice Chairman of World Energy Council, Singapore. He is a recipient of IEEE Power Engineering Society Outstanding Power Engineers Award. He has delivered presentations on power, energy, education, and management-related topics at the international conferences, seminars, forums, and symposiums in North America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Asia. Now we know we have the right person on board to tell us what to do to achieve goal number 7. The stage is yours, sir.
Great. Thank you very much, Anita ji, that for kind introduction. Thank you also, Rajara, for sending that invitation. And when I was listening to Dr. Caroline, I could really see the kind of work you are doing. Congratulations for that. My domain of research is energy systems. So allow me to just share a few slides so that I can take you through that. I'm not going to take a long time. I know I have got 15 to 20 minutes. So with your permission, can you please allow me to share a few slides? Yeah.
Sure.
So that it will help me stating my whatever I want to say in a way that I can. Okay, so again, now, okay, that's good. So I'm going to share slide and then I will start my slide. Okay. I will do one more time, and Zoom is different and it is possible sometimes I might be slightly. So can I see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much for that invitation. Okay, yes, I have been asked to share with you something about my views on Sustainable Development Goal 7, affordable and clean energy. All of you have been. Interestingly, we are talking about goal number 7 on 7th of May at almost at 7:30 p.m. Okay, Urja Gyana, yeah, Deepak Vaikar coming all the way from Singapore to share with you some of my views. Okay, I will quickly go. I know all of us know that Nari Shakti, one of the very powerful energy in this universe is women power. So no session can start without getting the blessing of Goddess Saraswati. Om Saraswati Namasubhyam Varde Kamrupini Vidyarambham Karishami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. So I am invoking the blessing of the Goddess Saraswati for making this summit successful. Wonderful. Okay. Agenda for today, very quickly, introduction, current scenarios, sustainable development goal. All of you know it, but I will just quickly revise some of them. I will focus more on challenges and opportunity and future possibilities. Okay, all of us know goal number 7, affordable and clean energy. I'm going to focus on that. Okay, goal number 7. Okay, usually I ask this question. You wish you can participate, put in the chat box also. What is your feeling about the current energy scenario? Okay. What is your feeling? Do you feel that now the energy scenario is very nice, clean and green, or are we in a different scenario? Okay. This one I mentioned is we have to ask that question. Is current energy we use affordable and clean? Some of you might say, is affordable, is it clean? That is the main question. All of us know the oil prices are now going to the roof, more than $100 per barrel. And United Nations has said, yeah, why we need to have it? Because, yes, lack of access to electricity, close to 3/4 million people in the world. And to achieve this one, obviously, one of the most important part we recommend is also energy efficiency, and then accordingly infuse clean and green energy. Yes, all of us know that COVID has definitely affected us substantially, okay? And I used to say, I have been giving these keynotes for last 10, 15 years. And at that time, it was still new and renewable energy were coming up. And I say, if you don't take action, then we may have to meet like this one in conferences when you make face-to-face, okay? I did not know 2020 was like that. Year 2020, we had to start using masks. But this is the clear indication because doctors and scientists are saying that whose lungs are weak. What is it? Say healthy lung, weak lung. And one of the things very much at the heart of Dr. Caroline is about it. So let us talk about it because clean air, if you like it or not, 99 out of 100 cities in the Asia are vulnerable cities. Okay, this is according to Verasic Macrofrop. Okay, 37 are in China, 43 are in India. Why it is? Because of the air quality. Okay, there's a healthy lung, and that is what happens. Another part comes, if you want, we also need clean water. And for getting the clean water, it is not easy. You have to spend a lot of energy. Okay, there are devices here, and you will find that in many places the quality is not good. When it's not good, then you have to spend more money. Even using those ROs are very, very environmental non-friendly. Okay, they are not environmental friendly. They waste a lot of water. And all of us need clean water, clean energy, clean food, and obviously a lot of energy. I have been hearing that prices of this cooking oil gases are going up. Energy prices are going up. Yes, for industry also we need energy. So now you can see energy, even our basic needs are now energy, clean air, water, and food. We are deprived of that. And because of that, our health is affected. And because our health is affected, then a lot of things we face, whether it's a poverty, diseases, and loss of employment also. Okay? So goal number 7 is in line with this one, affordable and clean energy. We need to achieve. Obviously, they have said that 2030, but till that time, what we do? 2030 is still another 8 years. Okay. And as now, most of the time I say, okay, nowadays, whenever you want to go, we have to take care of ourselves. Clean energy governance is very important. If outside air is polluted, we have to invest heavily in the devices. We have been carrying water bottle all the time. In future, we may have to carry oxygen bottle. If you don't take care of it, we have to carry oxygen bottles like water bottle we have been doing nowadays. Obviously, yes, we need to take care of ourselves by taking vaccination, other things. Now, one of the things they say, you want to clean air inside cities to go for the electric public transportation, okay, which will reduce pollution, which is dependent on the oil and diesel vehicles. Electric vehicle has been thought about it, okay, and this is in line with SDG goal 7. But most important part is how you get the electricity. If you are going to get electricity by the conventional ways, then we may be only shifting pollution from cities to other places. That is what I say, yes. And one of the very important part, energy efficiency, they say is the world's invisible climate solution. Not only by me, okay, Morton Bedford, president of ABB Motion, he has said it. Electric motor consumes 45% of electricity globally. So even 1% increment in efficiency, we are going to save a huge quantity of electricity, which is in line with SDG goal 7. We have to go for technological innovations. Okay, machines are huge. Okay, they are huge. Everywhere are there. Another part, all of us know we are using digitization everywhere. Digitization has advantage for improving energy efficiency, sectoral change, but at the same time, it is also draining the energy because we need to develop data centers. It is both reduction it can do, but it can increase the energy consumption also. And all of us know we have to use this Zoom or whatever platform, but we must use it for good purpose. That is the only way I can say. We have to still use it. A question arises, what kind of development we want? What kind of development we want? We want to call it destructive one, wherein polluting industries, we are still heavily dependent on coal-fired power station. Talk about India, 70 to 70% coal-fired. China, also more than 70%. United States also, they are using coal-fired power station. Many parts of the Asia, they use coal-fired power stations. And if it is there, it's going to affect our livelihood. Now, how we can change from destructive to sustainable? I call it jhakas. Okay, jhakas because or bhakas. Okay, in Indian term, jhakas or bhakas. Obviously, if you want to go for jhakas, we have to get out of this and bring other technologies which are environmental friendly, which provides new jobs, which provide clean air, which provides clean water, and it also can be used for education purpose, which is one of the goals of this Vishwa Humanity Royal Community. It can help science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, STEAM. So I will be very happy to conduct such programs for youth. Youth development is one of my favorite ones. And then when we use this one, we are moving very quickly. So obviously, I am not going to spend, all of you now know about it. What is goal number 7? What is the global roadmap given by Director General of United Nations, Secretary General of United Nations. These are some of the goals, but as you can see, they say no new coal power by after 2021, but that was before Paris Accord. Glasgow had changed that one. So people are still planning new coal power plants, okay? That is the sad part of it. Okay, so fossil fuels are still common, and now we need a strategy to move what is known as a transition strategy. Transition strategy means till the time we get renewables fully. I will share about that. And other goals, milestones are there. One is by 2025. I do not know how many of them will be able to achieve it, considering the pandemic and other issues. And by 2030, they want to go for universal access to electricity, clean cooking solution, global renewable capacity to be tripled. Okay, and 60 million jobs to be created. That is good. And phasing out, so that has been phasing out. What has been removed? You can say Glasgow Summit, they have removed this phasing out. They say, okay, we will phase in renewables. Okay, that being the case, obviously closing the energy access gap, rapidly transiting to decarbonize energy system, decarbonize, and harnessing innovation and technology. That is where the many of us can contribute. So is there a scope for hope or a pipe dream? You can put in chat box, whatever you feel, okay? Because if you want to achieve this one, we have to go what is known as energy management system, ENMS, okay? Energy management system, ISO 50001, which helps organizations and associations to better manage their energy use and improve productivity. That is one of the things we should adopt it. And obviously, we want to move from current fossilized 100% to 100% clean energy. That is the goal. 2030, whether we will achieve it, there is a challenge one. But if we can, and obviously there is a scope for even making clean and green economy. But for that purpose, we need to have smart strategies. Smart strategies, what? Sustainable, market-driven, accountable, resourceful, and transformative. If you apply this, then there is a scope for moving from 100% fossil fuel to 100% clean and green energy. Now that to have achieved, some of them are saying now 2050, some of them are saying 2060, 2070. You can see it, Glasgow Summit, everybody is pushing those deadlines. So we need a strong transition strategy. That is why sustainable, market-driven, affordable, resourceful, and transformative. And that is where we come in. Okay, we come in, Edu Energy is formed for that purpose only, for sustainable development, smart, clean, and green future, to youth development, to achieve. And we collaborate with anyone who is interested, anyone. Okay, we have been collaborating with the various organizations. We'll be happy to collaborate with you also. Okay, that is what. Now, just to before I conclude, I would like to share with one of my composition which I did in 20th August 2020. Okay, net zero pollution, net zero waste, net zero energy at its best. Okay, net zero pollution, net zero waste, net zero energy at its best. Make them part of everyday routine. Make them part of everyday routine. Keep our surrounding clean and green. If we just follow this, we are able to achieve SDG goal number 7 easily. That is what the future vision we have been promoting through our various programs, smart, clean, and green energy future. I'll be very happy to take any questions on this. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to share with you some of my views. Back to you, Anita.
Thank you so much. Deepak sir. It's a really wonderful presentation by you. Being an expert of energy, I can say energy is a lifeline of human society, and your facts about lungs and clean energy governance, and that particular example, Bhakas and Jhakas, that is very, very catchy. And I strongly believe that as you are working for youth empowerment, this word and this presentation will really empower our youth to go from fossil to clean energy. Thank you so much, sir. And now I would like to invite our another chief guest, Honorable Excellency Jahid Akhtar, sir, social entrepreneur, trainer, coach, and mental health professional. Please welcome Mr. Jahid Akhtar, sir.
Hi, good evening, everyone. And this is such a nice platform, so thanks for the invitations. I feel myself blessed enough to say this, that at this hour where everybody is mostly across the nations, we see there is so much of inhuman behaviors and so much of hate thing that is rolling on. There are people who are taking time to make sure that the peace is maintained in a proper way, and how education awareness can actually make things better in the coming days. So I'll just like to quote one thing, because today is Rabindranath Tagore's birthday as well. There's a quote that says, everything comes to us that belongs to us. create the capacity to receive it. So that's a quote from Rabindranath Tagore, that if you are ready to receive something, then only things will come to us. So that's a motivation to a lot of us, that the law of, even the law of attraction says how we are approaching, what kind of intentions we are promoting or forecasting. It's going to come back to us only. So if I'm a good person and my approach is good to the nation, good to the society, so obviously I will create positive vibes in this society. But if you think that I'm not a good person, but I love doing something bad, so I'm attracting the bad people around us. So it's all it is often said as your tribe, your vibes makes your tribes. So the kind of person you're attracting the same kind of person around you. So when we talk about sustainability, and so I work for, so just giving a brief idea about what exactly I do. So since 17, 18 years of, corporate life, and I have been into learning and development. And the past couple of 6, 7 years, I have been deeply engrossed into the youth development, where I am basically into employability solutions that I'm giving to the rural and urban places, as well as I'm also looking at the sustainability of the people and the tribes that that's there in our state. So very inspiring things are going along, and it gives me pleasure to say that now people have started, the youth has started talking about cleaning the environment. They have started making groups on keeping the awareness go on. They have started visiting the sites and places which are attracting the tourists. They've started cleaning the places. So almost 20 years, 15 years of those garbages that has been lying for so many years, now this is being taken care of by the youth. They have started making groups. They have started cleaning the beaches, cleaning the rivers, cleaning the places of work, cleaning the places of tourists. So, and it is like a complete ecosystem is such like that it's being promoted in a way that more people and youth are participating, and they feel themselves good enough to showcase that in the larger public, that yes, we are doing something for the environment. So it gives a pleasure. Yes, and when we talk about the youth development, we talk about the sustainability, we talk about the employability. It is very important to understand that rather than just talking about it, we have to make sure that we start planning out the programs where the youth development get to the next level. We plan it accordingly. How many people would be coming? Who are the beneficiaries? What all steps has to be taken? Who has to be invited? What is the way to do it, so that we can accommodate people and we get these people be mindful of what they are doing. So it is not just a kind of meeting, just meeting up and doing an event and then we forget everything. It is more or less like I'm very happy that the way YFN has been doing. So they invited me. I was not very much proactive about getting into this, but then because there are a lot of people have started doing meetings and invitations, but the kind of platform you're using, if you are inspiring in a much better way, and if your on ground work is more than what you're just speaking about it, so definitely it's inspiring a lot of people. So the youth has been started transforming after, especially from the post-COVID situations. Now they understand what the life has to give you, right? And they have started reaching out to people, and now they have started making out, keeping people in groups, talking about the different solutions they are seeking. And this is the right time when all of us should actually start thinking about creating a platform where we include the stakeholders, we include the students, the youth, and make it possible in a larger scale. So that's all from me. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm so blessed to have you all here. So nice faces around the world. And all the best, and keep everybody in prayers, keep everybody into your heart, because love has to propagate more than the hate. Thank you so much. This is Zahid from India.
Thanks a lot, Mrs. Zahid. It was a commendable contribution from your side. So you touched upon very key things like law of attraction. As we're talking about energy today, it's the life energy that has to pass on, and whatever you want to, what you intend to get is what you attract, is something that you covered. And you also wisely chosen the section of population that can change the world. So, which is the youth, and you're targeting that section which can actually, which has the power to change the world. Thank you so much for your inputs. And on that note, let's call our next special guest, Professor Edward Probert-Mondor. He is the CEO and Editor-in-Chief at Prerona Television, Canada. We request you to share your thoughts with us, sir.
Hello, I'm humbled, and it's my honor and privilege to share some thoughts with you. Let me, can I share my screen quickly? Only a few slides.
Sure. You'll be made the host, just a second.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'll be sharing with you a few thoughts. I think most of the learned professor or expert already shared with you more details about energy, electricity, and I will be more focusing on energy security, how we can ensure energy security, because it's a global challenge. And when you're talking about peace and harmony, it is actually one of those important things that means we should relate to peace and harmony, global peace and harmony, because we need to ensure energy security in focus of sustainable development. It's very important thoughts. Okay, so energy security, very important to understand what is energy security. Like, is one of the most components that ensure sustainable development of economy of any country of the world. So it's very important to understand, as I already shared with you, to understand the energy security. And in a country like any country like India, how they can ensure the energy security. I was reading one of those articles in Russia, how they are ensuring energy security. In Africa also, some of the regions, they are ensuring the energy security. It's very important. There are a lot of challenges when you are actually talking about energy security. A lot of challenges. There are internal challenges, there are external challenges. So what are the facts? The facts are very limited natural resources. Some of the countries, they are having limited natural resources. Environmental degradation is one of the major challenges. Now, consequences, what are the consequences? What happens? Very simple way I explained to you is create obstacles to progressive development. So for any country, one of the key important thing is the development. And if the development is not happening or something, if there is an obstacles, then is not good. So now what the action plan need to be done, right? Use of cheaper energy sources, right? Scientists or R&D research and development teams are always working for how they can, develop the cheaper energy sources and how they can use more efficient technological processes and equipment. Many countries, they don't have enough money or they don't have enough resources so that they can use this R&D research and development for technological process and equipment. This is one of the challenges for ensuring the energy security. Now, options. What are the options? Some of the using the traditional optional alternative energy sources. So it is the smartest way to do things is finding the alternative energy sources. So when you're finding that one is easier, and you can ensure this energy. So what the condition here? The condition is climatic and geographical conditions of the region ensure availability of several energy supply options. So this is one of the things that many countries, you need to, when you are studying your region or country, then you see, it's not only the country, like sometimes we're talking about region, like for example, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, or Sri Lanka, like this on one region. So when you're talking about region, you need to understand the climatic and geographical conditions. So this is very important. So how we can ensure this the energy security and how it can develop the whole economy and help the population. What the action plan here? We need to develop a comprehensive solution of energy. And economics is very important. Technological issues are also very important. We have to deal with technological issues. So ultimately, what I'm sharing with you is understanding the energy security. So it is all depends upon you, right? Many are like some of you are coming from Philippines, or maybe some other country, India, Australia, or US or Canada, right? What I like to share with you is like how we can just study and how we can ensure energy security. You don't need to be expert, but as a responsible citizen, I would like to urge everyone to understand how we can properly use our energy, the electricity or anything, and then ensuring this energy security. And because together we can do great things. With that, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Edward, sir. It's a really short and sweet presentation by you. You said about challenges, consequences, action, and this last thing, this exercise. It's really, I think it's really helpful. This thing, we can, we have to think. This is a kind of eye-opening thing you did. Thank you so much. And now, as a chief guest, I would like to invite the great lady from the land of Greece, Ministry of Education. She is from Ministry of Education. She is a global educationist. She is author. She is a speaker, international speaker. I want to invite Ms. Rania Lampu, madam. Please welcome, madam.
Greetings to all from Greece. I would like to congratulate all organizers for the launching of this significant event, the Global Peace Summit 2022. And of course, I would like to thank Dr. Rajao for his kind invitation always. Given the current global complex framework, SDG calls for ensuring universal access to modern energy services, improving energy efficiency, and increasing the share of renewable energy. To accelerate the transition to an affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy system, countries, of course, need to facilitate access to clean energy research, to promote investment in energy infrastructure and clean energy technology. Enhanced international cooperation is also necessary for expanding infrastructure and upgrading technology for energy services in developing countries. So today I'm going to present what happens in the European Union, how Europe monitors SDG 7 in this nowadays context. And monitoring SDG in this context focuses on progress made in reducing its energy consumption, in securing a sustainable energy supply, and in improving access to affordable energy. Progress in these areas over the past few years in Europe has been mixed. While the European Union improved its energy productivity and decreased greenhouse gas emission intensity of energy consumption, data, however, show that energy consumption itself has risen since 2014. In energy supply, the use of renewable energy is further increased with moderate progress towards the 2030 target, while we have also a dependence on energy imports from outside the European Union, and this keeps rising. On a positive note, the share of people who are able to keep their homes adequately warm has risen continuously. So what happens with energy consumption? Increasing the European Union's economy energy efficiency is, of course, in one of the main pillars for reaching an affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy system. Efficient energy systems reduce consumption and costs, decrease energy dependencies, and diminish the environmental and climate impacts linked to energy supply and use. And as a consequence, the European Union aims to improve energy efficiency along the whole energy supply chain. So this new plan is actually to increase the share of renewable energy sources in final energy consumption by at least 32% by 2030, which is very difficult for a European Union to achieve, according to the revised Energy Efficiency Directive. We have what we call very, very important, the European Green Deal. The European Green Deal includes energy efficiency as a key measure for reducing cross-sectoral greenhouse gas emissions, and considers the decarbonization of Europe's energy system in order to reach climate neutrality by 2050. This is the plan of the European Green Deal. For this purpose, the European Union will turn towards a fully integrated, interconnected, and digitalized renewable energy system, while at the same time ensuring security of supply at affordable prices. We also can also mention the Sustainable Smart Mobility Strategy, which was adopted in December 2020, and the forthcoming Refuel European Union Aviation and Maritime Initiatives that aim to boost the deployment of renewable low-carbon fuels in the transport sector. And of course, the new policy, the European Union Cohesion Policy 2021-2027, which focuses on investments in a smarter Europe through innovation, digitalization, and economic transformation, as well as in a greener, carbon-free Europe through climate action, including energy efficiency. Furthermore, we have a next generation European Union Recovery Plan, which is the Union's economic response to COVID pandemic crisis. And it includes the recovery and resilience facility, of which at least 37% must be spent on climate action, in particular on improving the energy efficiency of buildings. In addition, there is also the European Digital Single Market Strategy that aims to help to improve energy efficiency at the household level, for example, through support for smart metering and smart cities. The energy security strategy outlines the need to enhance domestic energy production, including the need to increase local renewable energy production and energy efficiency to provide missing infrastructure. Unfortunately, European Union citizens did not reduce the energy consumption at home between 2014 till today. Households account for about a quarter of final energy consumption. At home, people use energy, particularly for heating, for cooling, for cooking, sanitary purposes, etc. So the level of household energy consumption mainly depends on outdoor temperature, on the energy performance of buildings, the usage efficiency of electrical appliances, and the behavior and economic status of inhabitants. So the average household energy consumption has risen, but the paradox is that the European Union has reduced its energy intensity and related greenhouse gas emissions. The historical economies have developed in line with an increase in consumption as greater resource and energy use, and this creates economic growth. However, in order to tackle the climate crisis, energy consumption needs to fall. Green growth strategies, as I said before, such as the European Green Deal, call for what we can say a decoupling of economic growth from energy consumption. And this would allow the economy to continue to grow while reducing its energy consumption. So recent trends in Europe point to such a decoupling of economic growth from energy consumption, and the way to weaken the exacerbating efforts of energy consumption on climate change is, of course, to reduce the greenhouse gas intensity, which is the ratio between energy-related greenhouse gas emissions and gross inland energy consumption. So these emissions have fallen, and this is a positive point. What about energy supply? In order to achieve sustainable goals aim of ensuring an affordable clean energy system, the European Union is seeking to increase the share of renewable energy in gross final energy consumption to at least 32% by 2030. Most renewable energy sources are considered to be practically inexhaustible or able to renew within a human lifetime. In contrast, fossil energy sources take millions of years to regenerate, and they are the main source of man-made greenhouse gas emissions. Therefore, they contribute significantly to climate change. So the European Union highlights the importance of renewable energy sources to the goal of decarbonizing the European Union energy system. And also the Commission must also reduce in its dependency, very, very important, dependency on energy imports, which mostly comprise natural gas, crude oil, and also coal imports. Importing energy exposes the European Union economy to significant costs and, of course, to the risk of supply shortages. For example, due to geopolitical conflicts, we can see now what happens with the war between Russia and Ukraine and what are the impacts here for European countries. So the risks increase as dependency on a single country grows. Therefore, the European Union seeks to become more energy dependent through increased domestic energy production, in particular from renewable energy sources, increased energy efficiency and moderation of demand, as well as through the implementation of infrastructure which will allow clean energy to be distributed across the European Union. For instance, I can mention Iceland. Iceland has the highest share of renewable energy in Europe, thanks to its incredible geothermal resources. Norway is the second with renewable energy, primarily hydro. So the share of renewables has kept rising. Reductions in investments costs, more efficient technologies, supply chain improvements, and competitive support schemes for renewable energy sources have driven this increase. And also, we can mention that imports of fossil fuels still cover more than half of the European Union energy demand. Despite this continuous growth of renewable energy sources of the past decade, fuel imports from non-European countries remained almost stable, and the energy dependence has not improved over the past decades. And this increase in the European Union energy dependence was mainly due to growth in the shares of imported natural gas and solid fuels. Russia, for instance, was the main supplier of energy for the European Union with gas imports and petroleum products. We can understand how important it is for a country to be energy independent. So SDG emphasizes also for affordable energy for reasons equality. So what we call the European pillar of social rights, which actually places energy among the essential services everyone should have access to. The inability to keep the home adequately warm is a survey-based indicator used to monitor access to affordable energy throughout the European Union. So a lack of access to affordable energy is strongly associated with low levels of income in combination with high expenditure on energy and poor building efficiency standards. So poverty alleviation can therefore improve the ability to keep the home warm or cool by enabling people to pay for their energy costs and to invest and shape their behavior to reduce their overall energy needs. Access to affordable energy has improved, but however, of course, there are people with a low income that face still problems. This European pillar of social rights lists energy among the essential services that everyone should have access to, and there is a principle that states that everyone has the right to access essential services of good quality, including water, sanitation, energy, etc. I forgot to say that in 2018, the European Commission launched the European Union Energy Poverty Observatory. It's an initiative to aid member states in their efforts to decrease energy poverty and ensure access to affordable energy. So an online data platform seeks to improve monitoring, measuring, and sharing of best practices on combating energy poverty between countries. And also the Commission issued recommendations on energy poverty as part of the Renovation Way, proposing actions to and how to providing mostly guidance for monitoring. It's very important. So apart from this, before concluding, I want to say that another issue, which is a very, very important research topic, is how gender equality is related to energy issues, because energy poverty is a worldwide phenomenon with a strong gender dimension. In developing countries, lack of access to energy is an obstacle to women's and girls' well-being and economic opportunities, as it strongly affects the living conditions and time use and undermines the educational and economic opportunities. So gender energy inequality may be accentuated by national energy policies and labor market patterns, seeing energy as the primary source of greenhouse gas emissions. Extending access to green energy and promoting affordability can be therefore central to the achievement of more inclusive and more sustainable development. Women can play a key role in the green energy transition as responsible consumers, particularly in the household, but also in business and policy making, because women's empowerment leadership in the energy sector could help accelerate the transition to a low carbon economy by promoting clean energy, more efficient energy use, as well as to help to tackle energy poverty. The just transition should also include a gender perspective to guarantee equal opportunities for both men and women in the workforce. And also, women can play this central role by helping to shift energy consumption by leading transformative change in the energy industry. Because energy so far is a largely male-dominated sector, although women are in general better represented in the renewable energy sector. So achieving greater gender diversity in company boards and senior management positions would help to accelerate this green transition, as it would allow for a more effective integration of environmental and gender goals. And of course, we need more systematic evidence on links between gender equality and clean energy goals, and for aligning energy policies with the needs of women, especially in countries with a high incidence of energy poverty. So thank you very much, sir, for your attention. And of course, if you have any question, I am at your disposal.
Thank you, Ms. Rania Lamba. It is exciting to have you here and to hear you share this, the strategy of European Union and also the action plan and the progress as well. So you gave us the stats and the data facts about what's working, what's not still working on the domestic users as such. So how things can improve if the domestic electric products that they use, if there is innovation around it, how that can help. And also you touched upon even gender equality, women empowerment, other SDG goals as well, how it can indirectly contribute to this. So thank you for all your thoughts, and we'll get to hear from the other guests as well, what they have in store for us. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. It's a great honor to have His Royal Highness Prince Ivan Gashina with us. He's the ambassador of World Peace and Culture, Croatia. So the time is yours, and we are eager to hear you. Thank you.
Good afternoon from Croatia to everybody. Very happy to see you all today, and especially on for the World Peace meeting and for the better world, for the better future. Today we have a very nice topic that we can discuss about our electricity, clean electricity, which include all our environment, which need to be clean, that we can have a better life. We can say that our food today also need to be good, because very what we can buy in the supermarket is a GMO, what is not good food. Also our water, what we can drink every day, sometimes is not good, not clear. The same like that is how we can say about our energy. How will be our energy? Our environment need to be clean. So that's why we have to have more plants, more green, because the plants are like the land of our planet, the Earth. About this power, the best what we have now is the natural resources, like a sun, like a wind, and the water. What's good with sun is because that's cheap. What's the disadvantage because we cannot have energy when it's a night and when it's cloudy. About wind, also, if there is no wind, we cannot have good energy. But water is free, and water can be any moment. And that's why we need to look how we can use the water energy, the water power plants in all over the world. The same as this other natural resources. Because this nuclear energy, nuclear power plants can make a big problem in the future. Like what happened in Ukraine. There was a Pripyat, and there was a problem because now all the Europe can be affected one day because of that nuclear, what was in the Ukraine. The world there, environment there, the animals, plants, woods, all are affected by that nuclear. That's why we need to look how to have less in the future, less nuclear plants, the same as less nuclear energy, less nuclear weapons, because nuclear is not good. Even some scientists will say that nuclear is the clean and most clean, and, but not in real. Not in real, because just one problem with that nuclear reactor or something else, the whole world can be the big problems. That's why we need to look how we can have a normal freedom to use this water, sun, and wind, the kind of electricity and powers. That's every day how we need to learn, how we need to teach our generation and the future generations to use what we have and what's the best. What the best is what's really around us. Mother Nature, plants, water, sun. We have it enough for all of us that we can have a better life, better future. And all the countries in the world, we need to have a good cooperation with other countries, and we have enough energy for everybody, even for the poorest countries, for the poorest, because the poorest are not the poorest in real. Every country have some good national resources that we still can use, especially in Africa. Africa can be very, very, very good and very, very, very special by using, if they can use just half of their national resources. Africa can be more rich than Europe or than USA or than America. That's just about how we will use and how we will cooperate to other countries and to today resources, because we all can have be the same. We need to be the same as a human people, as a people. What we can say more? We can say about Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, one of the best scientists in the world. And he has so many good what he make for our science, for our future. We will not have electricity if there was not born Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was born in Croatia, about 100 kilometers from my city, near the city Gospić, in the village Smiljani. So we can say that natural resources need to be our future, and our clear energy, and our modern energy. What Nikola Tesla say that only one thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is enough that we can have electricity for all the town, for all the year. So is it possible to get the thunderbolt? Yes, it's possible. There is technology. We just need to look how, because there is many technology which is still not shown to us, and that's why we need to continue our work, our human work, our work for the better future and for the our resources, for the resources of our country and other countries of the world, to improve our life. And we can do that because that's our future. Future we know wars. Future with peace and love and harmony. Future without nuclear weapons, nuclear use of nuclear power plants. That can be our future. And thank you for everybody. Wish you the best to your family, friends, and your countries, and in the way that we can have clean and happy lives for everybody.
Thank you so much, His Royal Highness Prince Dr. Ivan. It's really nice listening to you. You talked about, better life, food, energy, and you especially focused about, poorest and natural resources. That is really great. And we come to know about Tesla. Tesla is really great initiative by Elon Musk, and technology really changing the life, and we have to shift into green energy. Thank you so much, Prince, His Highness. Thank you. And now, as we are moving into next part of this session, the keynote speaker session, as all you know, the World Peace Summit 2022, today is the 7th day, and access to electricity for all and sustainable energy is today's theme. So without any delay, I would like to invite respected Dariel A. David. He's EDD Education Management Candidate and Master Trainer. Welcome, Mr. David. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak in front of these professionals in the entire world. So I would like to take this opportunity again to thank the organizer of this event for the wonderful opportunity. So at this point, allow me to share my thoughts as regards to the topic given or assigned to yours truly, which is about the Sustainable Development Goal number 7. Okay, so when we say sustainable goal and development, of course, one of our purpose, or one of the reason why we have to sustain the development goals for, of course, for the future generations that they would have to enjoy with. Okay, so at this juncture, allow me to share again my thoughts about the SDG goal number 7, which is the affordable and clean energy. Okay, the objective of this goal number 7, or the SDG number 7, is ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. So we all know for a fact that one of the major problems that we face nowadays in the global place or the global arena is the sources of energy, of course. Okay, so lack of access to energy supplies and transformation system is constant constraint to human and economic development. That is true. Okay, the environment provides a series of renewable and non-renewable energy resources. Example: solar, wind, hydropower, geothermal, biofuels, and natural gas, coal, petroleum, and uranium. So these are usually the energy resources that we use in producing or providing energy, specifically electricity that we need in our daily living. Okay? Increased use of fossil fuels without action to mitigate greenhouse gases will have a global climate change implication. So that is true. That when we do not mitigate the use of fossil fuels, of course, one of the impact that could actually affect our environment is the, of course, the greenhouse gases or the greenhouse effect that it could actually provide in our environment. Energy efficiency and increased use of renewable resources contribute to climate change mitigation and disaster risk reduction. Maintaining and protecting our ecosystem allow using and further developing hydropower sources of electricity and bioenergy. So the following are the facts regarding the affordable and clean energy. 3 billion people rely on wood. Okay, so we are talking here the people around the world. Okay, 3 billion people rely on wood, coal, charcoal, or animal waste for cooking and eating. Second fact is energy is the dominant contributor to the climate change, accounting for around 60% of total global greenhouse gas emission. And third, way back 1990, global emissions of carbon dioxide have increased by more than 46%. Next facts, hydropower is the largest single renewable electricity sources today, providing 16% of world electricity at competitive prices. It dominates the electricity mix in several countries developed, emerging, or developing. Bioenergy is the single largest renewable energy sources today, providing 10% of the world primary energy supply. So these are facts that we cannot deny that we people, we human beings, we tend to use and we tend to abuse. Next, so to learn more about this environmental program, in the contributions of the Sustainable Development Goal number 7. Okay, so the first one, of course, is to facilitate access to clean and energy research. So the government should provide an access or provide a research on how to mitigate this problem, this scenario, in order for us to have a clean and healthy environment. So again, the government should provide a clean and energy research regarding this matter. And then next point is expand supply, sustainable energy. Okay, and then the third one is ensure universal access to energy services. Next, increase share renewable energy. So it is advisable that we use renewable energy sources. And then the next one is double improvement energy efficiency. So what do you mean by this one? Double improvement energy efficiency. Like for example, the lamp that we use. Okay, so basically they have this what we call the energy efficiency, wherein we usually use incandescent bulb instead of the previous bulb that we use. Okay, so of course in targeting these things, we have to set a goals, or we have to set the parameter in order for us to achieve this one. And of course, we have to set our targets in order for us to measure the indicator. So what are these targets? Of course, we human beings, we people around the world have the responsibilities not to share in order for us to save our Mother Earth, in order for us to save our planet. Remember, we are part of this planet, we are part of this universe, so therefore we have to take our responsibility in sharing, caring, and loving our nature, environment, and of course our Mother Earth. So with that, thank you so much for listening. Again, thank you so much for the opportunity. God bless us all. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much. That was with a lot of conviction you shared about the energy sources or the sustainability, and you also summed up and summarized everything for us. So thank you so much. It is wonderful to have you with us. On that note, let me call upon our next chief keynote speaker here, who is Dr. Vijay Kumar Salvia, Presidential Advisor, United Nations member. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all the international peoples that you are all here these last 8 days for the Sustainable Development Goals and for the peace, to search the peace, to search the solutions for the peace. I am also in the search for the solution of peace, and now in Mount Abu at Brahma Kumaris, where I am working for the peace, the collaborations, and so much there is aspects which is working here for the peace. So see one monuments of this beautiful place. Now today is the SDG 7's energy-based program. So we, the International Research and Development Community Organization, is working for the sustainable energy. Sustainable energy, those which survives for the forever. So this energy is already exists in whatever all around surrounding. This energy is also in the form of various, say, human energy. If you say the human energy, not in the form of muscular, but in the form of a thoughts, in the form of a, we can say, the waves, the rays, the aura, and whatever the spectrum we have, that spectrum is a lot of energy. So as all the speakers are talking about the, we can say, solar energy, biomass, and similarly renewable energy sources, yes, it is good. But I have feel and our research innovation startup university, what we feel that the main source of power is in the mind. And in the mind, the main source of power is also due to the cells which we have. As you know, the Einstein and many of the persons, or Dr. Rajarao or Dr. V.J. Caroline, they are working for their tremendous energy. They are working because of the human power and whatever the mindness there. So that energy we have to recalculate. And that energy is the last forever. If we see the before 500 years ago, our Rishi Munis and all this are working for the whatever the telepathy, telecommunications, all this. So I am not talking about the, we can say, religious activities. I am talking about the actual power we have. Whatever the actual power we have, it is due to determinations. We have to work for the tidal energy. We have to work for the water energy. We have to work for the green energy. The green energy, the energy which is come by the, we can say, the agriculture, by the animal husbandry, by the, we can say, a power which is developed by our grass. Similarly, a power which is developed by our leaves. So that energy is very beautiful and it is forever last. And it converts into a, we can say, whatever the chemical form, whatever we want in the electricity form, whatever we want in the sensing form, and whatever we have, there's this energy, it is consumable plus reconversion. So SDG 7, why we call upon that these SDGs should contain the energy. So I would like to share some, we can say, thoughts, and after it, we will come to the conclusion. So it is very, we can say, small thought, and in 2 or 3 minutes, it will be converted. Are you seeing my screen? My screen is visible? Kindly acknowledge anyone.
Sir, it's visible, but
It's coming through.
continues.
Now picture is coming?
Yes.
Okay. So as you know, these SDG7s, we have here the different points are there, and these are all the data which we have to think about that what is the what are the different types of research has been going on and what we have to do. So actually, if you only see the pictures, here the grass is there, here the we can see the similarly crops is there, solar is there, wind is there, but the base source of energy, it requires this wind energy and the solar energy requires a lot of consumption of money also, and similarly a lot of manpower it requires. But if we see the green energy, that is this agriculture energy, the energy by these crops, the whatever the straw material, whatever the material which is after these crops, where this is used for the, we can say, for the burning and also for the animals. But if we convert this energy, there is so much types of chemicals by nanotechnology. We have so much types of, they prove that this type of are used to crops as so much type of energy. And that energy can be used as a nuclear power also. That energy can be used as a fuels also. That energy can be used to generate the electricity also. That energy is also used to convert our whatever the atmospheric energy into the our useful for whatever we want. We can run a train, we can fly an aeroplane also with this energy. Only what we have to do, we have to just streamline our policies. And that policies, if you think that before 2 years or 3 years, the government has launched the program for the choppers. Everyone, the chopper should be there, and whatever the common people, they can use the choppers to fly in a metro city. And now it is still pending. Why? Because the fuel problem. But fuel problems can be also, we can say, the cover up by this energy, and it requires some type of research. Actually, the research is not very good research, but good in the sense very typical research. It requires a research in the form that how we can use for a choppers, and so that the common people can be used to fly in a, we can say, a metro city, and similarly their whatever the time they have spent for the from one place to another, it can be used by such type of we can say agricultural energy. So that the sustainable development goals, our 7 sustainable goals, gives a lot of opportunity to work and also think about them. These are all these are all the theories that I don't want to go there. Only I want to just want to recommend that these sustainable goals has correlated with each other. And if they are correlated with each other, it means that we have to work with the, we can say, energy also. We have to work for the other innovations also. We have to work for the production also. And if we work for that, whatever the goals we have, to interconnect with each other. If we interconnect each goals, then what we have, each goals will be, we can say, we can achieve that goals by interconnecting them. And it requires what? It requires only just to, we can say, interconnect each other. Everything now today, what happened? Everything is dispersed. Everything is not connected to each other. It is, we can say, not unformulated, and we can say we have to formulate each other, so that what happens, the systematic planning we have to go. There is so much innovations has been going on, and we are getting a good result. But only thing is that if we want the energy, because today energy is a problem, and energy is the problem in the sense there is a lack of energy. But we have the energy, we have to convert it to a suitable form. So for that, we have to streamline all the SDGs in such a way. Now, first it is opted. Now, then if first opted, then we have to convert it into for the second. And whatever the first and second, whatever the, we can say, options is there, then third can be opted from this. So for that, what happens is whatever the options available in each SDGs, then it will be collapsed, and it can be, we can say, interconnect to other SDGs. We have however, in a limited time, it may be possible, some of them are not clear about it, but we have a good research on that. And if we can say follow a definite path and a streamlined path, then definitely we will attain such type of SDGs. So thank you very much. And whatever the animal related energy, similarly our human body, whatever I am talking, it can be also converted into a suitable form for charging your mobile also. What I am saying here, this energy can be used for charging our mobile. This can be also used for, we can say, to ignite the bulb also. But we are not aware of that. And similarly, the researchers is not going on. So EV, if you are saying the electrical vehicles, there is so much we can say. Today, everyone is talking about electrical vehicles and batteries and all this. This energy can be also used, can be converted from the wheels, whatever the wheels which they have, and if they are rotated, then it can be converted into energy and batteries. But nobody is going on there because of the monopoly, because of the policies which we have. So there is so much, we can say, challenges we have. And but if we have the commitment and such type of programs, if we arrange, and like Dr. Rajarao and Dr. Vijay Kerri, then so many, we can say, research output we will in front of the viewers, and we will go through that because of the monopoly and because of, we can say, the media is not available to pull out such type of creativity and talent. But such programs will use the platform to innovate such things, to we can say, reopen what is in the market, to reveal the research, to reveal the whatever the new technologies there. So thank you very much, and I think everyone have got the new path for the attaining the SDG 7. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Vijay Kumar Salva sir, and your views, your thoughts is really something great. You know, you said about human energy. This is a really good thing, and I just want to tell all the viewers that energy allows us to do exponentially more with limited engine or supply of human energy. So thank you so much, sir. And you said about technology, really, I really appreciate that thing. As electricity was when invented in 1800, and it sparked a transformation for millions of people around the world. Solar energy is known, but as you are talking about the latest technology, really in the city of London, the body heat of commute is being harvested and used to heat homes. And there are many examples we can see. So thank you so much, sir. And now turn for our next speaker, next keynote speaker. I would like to invite Ambi Patricia Gonde, international speaker from Zimbabwe. Please welcome Patricia, madam. Yes. Yes. Sure. Yes, definitely. So as per the instruction and the flow of this session, we are going into panel discussion round and last part of this summit. So here I'm going to share my screen and you can see the topic. And now my co-moderator, Ms. Anita, will explain rest.
Thank you, Brother Tarun. So I request all of you to come on video if possible. So what we have taken today is the SDG 7. We have bifurcated that into the subsections, and we thought we would request you to talk about the topic that you're interested in. So you can share your thoughts, 2-3 of you, if you feel you have 2-3 points to share. Your powerful pitch to achieve the goal is what we are looking for. So today our goal is affordable and clean energy. Can we go to topic number 1? And whoever wants to talk about this, please raise your hand and you can speak. Topic number 1 is the 7.1, which is universal access to modern energy. And the subsection says, ensure universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services. May I request the panel speakers to come forward to share their views on this topic. Mr. Shrikant Kalurkar, sir, are you there? Would you be able to shed light on this?
Yes, madam.
Thank you.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are. Thank you.
Okay. Regarding the renewable energy, I would like to ask the experts to understand, are there any cost-effective solutions? Because as on date, the capital investment in most of the solutions is quite high. So any work is going on in that direction, or in what way the renewable energy will be more cost-effective?
Chief guests or keynote speakers, panel members, anybody could answer this. Anybody could pitch in to share your thoughts around this.
Can I speak? I have a few points here.
Sure.
So what exactly this is already being implemented in one of my tourism site, which we have kicked off this year, 2022, January. So it's about the solar energy that we are talking about. So we have placed solar lamps and lights. And in fact, we are using solar dryer machines so that the local vegetables and fruits can be sun-dried and solar-dried. And we have used a couple of machines there so that the same produce can be actually utilized for another couple of years, almost 1 year at least. And these fruits and vegetables can be sun-dried in that solar machine in an effective way so that it does not lose any color, taste, or the quality of the product. So this is something that we have introduced newly, and there's a scientist involved here. And this is not a new technology, but then I am quite motivated about it because it has started, people are already using it and we have bigger plans. So that is one of the initiatives that we have already taken. So I would also appreciate if other people can actually look forward to it, because this way we are also decreasing the wastages. So any vegetables every vegetable and fruit has an expiry time. So once it's reaching that particular time and you say that it's going to be wasted, you can always go ahead and cut it in a proper pieces and then get it done through solar dryer machines so that it can be preserved for a longer use. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. It is amazing to know that there are options that is readily available with us. And anybody that wants to avail this, we need to create the awareness so that many people are aware of it, they use this. It also doesn't give only the energy part of it, but it is also very healthy than to use preservatives or other things. So thank you so much. Sure, sir. The floor is open and we really request them to share their thoughts. Probably we'll move to topic number 2 and they can share their thoughts with us. On topic number 2, it is increased global percentage of renewable energy, increase substantially the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix. So I'd I'd request Vincent, sir, to share your thoughts on this. And even Edward Monell, sir, if you're available to share your thoughts with us, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
Hello.
You're audible, ma'am.
All right. Good evening, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to you all. I would like to share my screen, if I can be allowed to share my screen.
Sure. Just a minute.
Okay. Okay, let me just try to. It's saying host disabled participant sharing the screen. Still it's not allowing me. Okay, maybe I can just talk whilst I'm trying to share my screen. Okay, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you. I feel honored to be part of this forum today, whereby it's a call for action, where we are talking about ensuring that the worldwide we have access to energy that is affordable, that is reliable, that is sustainable, and modern energy. And if you are looking at the targets, we have for the SDG 7, it has got about so many targets. And if we are looking at those targets, daily in Africa, we rely on energy supplies. But if we are looking at the 3 pillars that have been written down there on affordability, reliability, and sustainability, we have a problem here, especially in my country, in Zimbabwe, especially when we are looking at affordability of energy, whereby every day we have got power outages, and that on its own affects the reliability and sustainability of the energy resources that we have. If we are looking also at the Sustainable Development Goal number 7, due to shortages of electricity, people now have resorted to using fossil fuels. Some are using firewood, some are using coal, of which if we look at the coal power, it creates around about 2,200 of carbon dioxide for every kilowatt per hour that people use in the world. And we are on a race to an emission-free world. So with the use of the fossil fuels, it means that we will not be able to afford zero energy. For example, in Zimbabwe alone, every time our electricity is gone, every time it means we have to go and source for firewood. This also affects the SDG goal number 13 on climate action, because we are cutting down on trees, of which we should be able to conserve. So with SDG number 7, it is a long way for us to achieve because of the problems that we have, that we experience on a daily basis. I think now I can share. I hope it's you can see it from there. Okay, so we are looking at the SDG number 7, like I was saying, and it's part of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals that were declared by the United Nations. Like I said, we are on a race to decarbonize our world because of the way we are using the fossil fuels. Like in Africa, we are using firewood, so we won't be able to achieve this goal if we continue using fossil fuels. So if you look at the targets for SDG 7, most of them are, for example, target 7.1 on universal access to modern energy, whereby we are using modern cooking solutions, and on target 7.2, whereby we are increasing global percentage of renewable energy by making use of the solar, making use of the wind energy, the geothermal, hydropower. For example, in Zimbabwe, most of us, we use hydropower, and some of the countries are using bioenergy. And we are targeting on doubling the improvement of energy efficiency, of which 2030 is only 8 years from now. I don't know, with all the challenges that we are having, if we'll be able to achieve this goal of achieving having access to clean energy by the year 2030. If you look at the PowerPoint screen that I have, it says 1 in 5 people still lack access to modern electricity, and 3 billion people, my country is one of them, are relying on wood, charcoal, and animal waste for cooking and eating. So if we look at this, it means that there is air pollution because of the type of energy that we are using, of which it will affect the health system of people in the country. So we are still a long way to go to have clean energy in our countries, like in our country in Africa, in Zimbabwe, because we are still resorting to using coal. Some of the people are using animal waste. And for our electricity, because of the power outages, we are using kerosene lamps, of which these also increase in air pollution. Then if you look at indoor air pollution, it has killed so many people, about 4.3 million, most of them women and children who are affected. We are still a long way. What is the solution? The solution is to using the clean energy, using solar energy. That is the main solution. If you look at that diagram, we are making use of solar energy. So many people now have resorted to using solar energy. Even if you go to countries overseas, most of the people, they make use of solar energy, and that is the only way to go for us to have clean energy. And making use of pellet stove boilers and log boilers. And these also make use of biomass fuels, which have got low density carbon. So this is the only way to go for us to make sure that we have clean energy by the year 2030. If you look at the diagram there, they are making use of biomass fuel, whereby at the whole house, they heat their pumps, they've got solar energy, they've got boilers in the house. This is the way to go, like we are targeting for modern energy for all. For us to have clean energy, we have to make sure that our governance, for example, in Zimbabwe, we have got a lot of coal, but nowadays it is depleted. So we have to make sure that we have renewable energy, because the coal that we had is now depleted. So we have to shift to renewable energy, because it prevents about 4 to 7 million deaths that are happening due to air pollution. And also renewable energy provides reliable power sources. And we make sure that we have fuel diversification. If we diversify our energy supplies, it means we reduce importation of fuel. It means we reduce the costs, especially the tariff costs that we are facing due to electricity being the cost being up each and every time, and also shifting to renewable energy, make sure that they are create a job creation, especially in people who install the solar panels. And also it's a way of conserving natural resources. Cutting down of trees, it means it stops because people are now using the solar energy, and then there is minimum carbon emissions, and then we end up having clean air energy and cheap costs in terms of tariffs. And what has the government of Zimbabwe done? Let me see. Okay, so what has the government of Zimbabwe done? It has made sure that most of the people in Zimbabwe have solar energy. We now have solar parks, and we have a hydropower station. It means now that we have clean energy. This is what I had for me to share with you today. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Ambassador Patricia. It's amazing to have had you here. And I think you had put in a lot of efforts to put through these details for us. Thanks for sharing with the global audience. So with this, let me call upon our next special guest, Mr. G. Vivekananda, solar power developer, Director of Sprouts Energy Private Limited, Director of Northland Energy Ventures Private Limited, and he is also an Arc Power Private Limited CEO, electrical utility manufacturing company, and we are waiting to hear from you. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It feels really to be honored to be attending this meeting. So first of all, as Ambassador Patricia has stated many ways for renewable energy sources, there is a complete different scenario running over in India for the renewable energy. So many of the companies have been shifting to solar energy, wind energy, and other renewable energy sources. So the main challenge, not only in India, anywhere in any part of the world, the main challenge is how we are going to distribute the electricity to everyone. So there is a big problem of transmission and distribution going on. So what happens is, while we lay lines of kilometers and kilometers, there are huge losses getting incurred by these things. So what we can do is, we can plan a small cluster of power plants nearby the essential places where the electricity is needed, and we need to shift to other sources like green hydrogen and some other renewable sources, so that even we should decrease our dependency on solar power also. Why? Because everyone thinks that solar power is clean and green, it is not going to cause any pollution. But the average lifetime of solar power panel is at 25 years only. After that, you have to recycle it. If you are not going to recycle it properly, it is going to cause huge pollution again. And the process of making the panels also causes pollution. So we need to shift to different other alternatives also. And in India, right now, the solar cycle is starting again. Government is taking several initiatives, and government is bringing farmers into this thing so that they can generate electricity from their fields, and they can do farming under their fields. It is called Kusumi Yojana. See, the major problem lies here. If we are going to establish solar power plants, yes, it takes time, and we will be going on establishing the plants. But how the major part here is how we are going to store the energy. See, if we want electricity to be a convenient accessory or tool or necessity, we need to have the electricity as essential. So the major challenge is how we are going to store the electricity. Once we successfully start storing the electricity, then we can use it at any time according to our convenience. So right now, many developments are going on from many parts of the world on the same thing. I hope we all succeed one day on this thing. And coming back to electricity to all, providing electricity with small solar packs to individual houses where we can't lay transmission and distribution lines, like in hilly top areas or some in desert, sub-Saharan deserts. So there you need to find a way other than solar to generate the electricity. And once the storage thing gets going, then only we will be able to have a convenience to use electricity at our will and our wish. So that is the thing. And if any one of the group member has any query on this thing, happy to respond on that. That is all from my side.
Anyone has any questions for Mr. Vivekananda? Please feel free to ask him. Sure. So I had only prepared things around the subtopics of SDG 7 itself. So global rate of improvement in energy efficiency, which is a target 7.3, where by 2030, they want to double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency. So do you have anything to
ma'am, energy efficiency can be achieved only with the things, the instruments which we use. Like, see, if we make a solar compatible rice cooker, solar compatible fan, so it's like they should have an inbuilt system of solar so that they can work on that. Right now, there is only like lights, tubes, CFL bulbs, which directly are dependent on solar. So the efficiency increases only when the electricity is completely used by this. Right now, the efficiency is not there because of the transmission and distribution. So we are incurring heavy losses on that thing.
Okay. So how do general people, right? How do they get to know about this? Are there campaigns around this? And do they have to invest anything from their side? How affordable would it be for them to get into this energy source for efficiency?
Right now in India, farmers are getting into this scheme, like they are getting into megawatt scale of production of solar. Why? Because the cost has been come down drastically as of now. But because of basic custom duties, there is a small hurdle to import the panels, or government has passed strict orders to use the Indian made panels only.
Okay.
So the cost to produce electricity per unit has been come down considerably.
Okay.
In 2016, when I had my first solar power plant, when I established my first solar plant, the cost of production was around 5 rupees.
Mm-hmm.
Today it is around 1 rupee, 1.5 rupees.
Okay.
And the technology has also drastically improved. But there are different types of renewable sources. Electricity is not only the means. We need to change the fuel also. Petrol is also a fossil fuel, which is being consumed largely by the world. But the batteries, the electric vehicles doesn't have that much of potential to carry heavy loads. So that petrol and diesel should be replaced by green hydrogen, which is again produced from the solar power. So that hydrogen will be replacing petrol and diesel, which considerably brings down the pollution, air pollution also.
Okay. So I think your approach is extremely practical, and it very clearly shows that you're not just talking at a 10,000 feet level. You've gone in, you've done a lot of research, and
yes,
you've tried many things.
It's been 8 years I am into this field. I have establish my own power plants without any support from the government or anything. I invested money. I kept all of my properties in the bank as mortgage and took a loan, and then I established. I know in and out of this industry, the renewable industry, and at what pace India is going on. Generally, it is like, see, when it is in a practical stage, like people don't want to, the big sharks don't want to invest money that soon. Once the model gets succeed, then you don't have chance. All the big sharks will come and eat up the profits.
Sure. I really feel that you are living to your name. Vivekananda is such a powerful name, and we are very glad, right, to have such a young person with powerful thoughts. And I completely agree with our Excellency, Zahid Akhtar, when he said his choice, out of group to execute these projects are youth. And he's focusing there, and definitely, right, it's really exciting to have somebody like you. I think if we create awareness, if we create more Vivekanandas, who can do a lot of things, I think that's what Dr. Raja Rao or Vishwa Humanity is trying to do. Gather such powerful people who can contribute to the SDG goal achievement. You have anything else to say, Mr. Vivekanand? Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I have a question to Vivekanand, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
I read somewhere that you will be able to manufacture the solar cells or solar panels from normal silica.
Yes.
And then the cost of production will come down. Is it a fact, or anything is happening in this direction so that because when we talk about renewable energy, I feel capital investment is a major problem.
Yes, yes. Recently, Government of India has announced policy-linked incentives for the solar panel productions. Why? Because all the Indian solar power plants right now, the panels they have used from China. So it is a major revenue source to China. So to cut down that thing, government has introduced PLI scheme, where we also participated in that scheme. And one of our company got around 1 gigawatt capacity, manufacturing capacity. But as you said, silicon, definitely things are going on in that direction. But India, to achieve the targets of the Indian government, all the cells have to be manufactured in India only. So that is the only technology available, and it is completely robotic, and you need heavy capital to do this thing.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
So if any of you have any questions to Mr. Vivekananda, you may go ahead. Or otherwise
I think I think so amazing job you are doing. So that really need guts for somebody to put across every money that you have accumulated, or probably. So that's a very that's just not to motivate you here, but then so ideally salute the people who are actually going with this, because you are thinking of the nation. You're not thinking of yourself. That's what you are doing right now.
We are trying to build. My main aim was to create employment, not to earn money. Right now, I have employees, around 35 employees in my company. All are, it's not like I had conducted an interview and I got them. Who are in need, like the people around the village of my
people with the passion. Yeah.
I have taken them, I have trained them, and then I have employed them.
Great. So be in contact. So Anita Madam, please make sure that you are actually keeping a record of people, people around different aspects where they are making a difference to the society, so that if possible we will also share the contact so that we can do it in a much proactive and a much effective way. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir. In fact, I was also thinking about that, where it's like this, when you get in touch with very promising people, scientists, or if you get into powerful people that can change the world, very few people can give you that confidence that somebody is representing your country and things are going in the right direction. It's a true inspiration to have Mr. Vivekananda with us today. And also, thanks to all other chief guests, keynote speakers, and panel members who shared their thoughts. I just have only one last thing to share, and I will give the floor for Raja Rao sir and Carolyn ma'am to give their vote of thanks. Just a moment, please. So I once again thank all the guests, chief guests, and the participants for their incredible participation and contributions to Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council's efforts to achievement of United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. And all of your efforts count. And we are contributing by this summit. This Raja Rao sir keeps saying this, that this is going to be a milestone event. This is something that's going to create history for us in the future, and we are going in the right direction. Thank you for everyone that's contributing to this. And over to Dr. Raja Rao sir to take this forward and to thank each and every soul here that is willing and where the heart is pounding to do something for a social cause. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for so much of love. So you people have been doing it so well. Thank you. Yeah, I'm humbled. I'm humbled. Thank you.
Yes. Sorry. Good evening. I had another quick meeting, so I went there and came back again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And thank you, Vikas.
Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Sure, definitely, sir.
With your permission, Rajarao, can I say something? With your permission? No, here at this stage, I would like to really appreciate Professor Shrikant Kalurkarji, okay, who has informed me about the wonderful work you are doing it. And therefore, at a very short notice, I say, okay, it was very challenging for me. 1 hour I have to prepare for at short notice, understanding what you are doing it. So thank you very much, Shrikant Kalurkarji. And thank you to Rajarao also at your invitation. And I hope I could. That is why I had to share only part of it. But in future, maybe we'll have a better workshop or something on this one.
Thank you, Vikas, sir, for your kind presence with a very short notice.
And,
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Before Carolyn ma'am can say something, I just have only one thing to share with you. Be it Tarun ji or me, we are very, very happy to even extend it tomorrow. But we only stayed back and not commented in the group because we wanted to give opportunity for other people also to participate. But we would love to really do it. And I also have one request. If all of us can come on video and if we click one picture in this forum, and then if Carolyn ma'am could give her thanks, it'll be great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Anita ma'am, thank you. Really a great idea to have a click with all the eminent speakers. My heartfelt thanks to each and every eminent speaker. Today, our topic is energy, and really the total environment is with the vibrant. And a very interesting topic. I love this topic, energy. So thank you very much, each and every speaker, chief guest, keynote speakers, and panel discussion also went very well. And especially I would like to appreciate here Anita Raj ma'am and Tarun Tiwari sir. Amazing work you have done greatly. That panel discussion, the questions you have prepared and you're presenting, superb, superb. It touched my heart. And especially we want this kind of speeches and the real life stories, it has to come out because I always, as engineering college professor, I'm the faculty advisor for innovation and entrepreneur cell. I encourage students to take up the startups. So many of my students started their startups and appreciated by KTR Garu and other ministers. So when I've seen Vivekananda sir and other young speakers, and I was so excited. I was thinking, this minute I want to take Vivekananda sir, this minute I want to take eminent speakers in front of my students and teach them, see how, what you have to learn. Because energy, you know, though it is renewable, if we use it, if you do not use it in a proper way, it will be turned up into non-renewable. So it is very important, especially EEE students should know about the importance of energy. So I'm so much excited. We here, not as a president of the summit, I'm hearing, as a faculty advisor of Innovation Entrepreneur Cell. I was thinking how I want to show this total episode to my students. So much thank you, Vivekananda sir, and I don't remember the names, means I have to read all the names. Really, everyone, not only Vivekananda sir, everyone done a great job. So thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know, my words are, I want to express a lot. The way you express today, the summit is amazing, amazing, because these things are very much important for younger generation. So they can be a self-sufficient and they can support thousands of people. That's what we have seen now. Thank you, Vivekanand sir. We invite you. Kindly be in front of my students one day, please.
Sure.
So I request you, sir, please. Thank you very much. I accept, I mean, I take it as a granted answer from you that you have granted.
Sure. Anytime.
Be in front of my students. Please teach something to my students how to live on their own. One should be a self-employed. That is very important nowadays because government is not in a state to provide good jobs. So they have to be, especially engineering students. It has become like a namesake having a degree. So proper knowledge is very important. Practical application, real-time knowledge, all these are important. So thank you very much.
Thank
you, sir. I thank especially Anita ma'am and Tarun sir. I request from my side that tomorrow I request Anita ma'am and Tarun sir to continue, because till now from evening I'm posting it on group. So kindly take up this, accept my request and take up as a challenge and continue please tomorrow also. Thank you.
So ma'am, you are moving mountains through this council. And if we just can turn the stone around, we'll be very happy. You can take it for granted to add our names in anything, ma'am.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much.
Recording stopped.